So the drive to the hospital, that was insane. That was really, really, really insane. We left the house at, can't get the time, but we got to the hospital, I didn't say, we got to the hospital around 10:30. They put me on the, we were in the emergency section, they put me on those, the beds, and roll me into the emergency section, because I kept telling them, I have to push right now, I have to push. And so, the midwife looked at me and she could tell that, stuff was really, really happening. And so she checked me, and I heard her saying, in between the contractions, I heard her saying, you're about 2 to 3 centimeters dilated. And when I heard that, then I started getting really panicked, because then I thought, no, Demi, there's no way you can push now, because that's not enough opening for her. And I just had to tell myself, just calm down, just calm down. And then she rolled. Then they got me rolled out from the emergency room and moved me on the way going to the room where I would be giving birth. And Evan came back. Luckily, he, I don't know, I think he was getting lost or something in the hospital. You couldn't find out where they rolled me, because he had to just get the car parked outside there. And he, and then I saw him come into the elevator, and I was like breathing, and I was like, he said I was like making these sounds while I was being like singing kind of sounds, like in this rhythmic way. And I remember the midwife even saying, you're doing so well, you're breathing so well, like wow, very encouraging lady. And I thought, oh, okay. So anyway, so that, I can't remember the time, but anyway, this all happened really, really quickly. It was just insanely fast. And we got into the room, and she said, okay, now we need to get your clothes off and put it in the gown, and I need to check you again, check the baby's heartbeat. So they managed to get the gown on me, and then I kept telling her, I need to push her out, I need to push, And I actually said something really silly, like, it's pushing. Nothing was making sense. I was talking really silly, I suppose. But no screaming. Evan said it wasn't like, mad, cursing or swearing or anything. Nothing like that. I was just like singing and like telling the midwife, I need to push. And it wasn't, the pushing was very intense, but it wasn't like pain, like I could say I'm gonna die. And then anyway, so she got all the clothes off and put a gown on me, and she said, right now I need to get the baby's heart rate monitored. And she got the heartbeat thingy right down, and she was like, oh, okay, this is not low enough, it looks like your baby's lying much lower. So as she was doing that, then she says, okay, let me just check down there. And she was checking. She says, oh, okay, there's the baby's head. She could actually see the baby's head. And I was like, I need to push. And so she says, it's okay. Actually, she did say that while she was changing me, or putting the gown on, she did say, yeah, it's okay, you can push. And so she put the heartbeat monitor there, and she saw the head, and then she said, okay, like I could tell, like this, she knew that she's coming out now. And before, she didn't have time to put her gloves on, she didn't have time to do anything, she just had to, it was like, I said, okay, I have to push, and just like one push, and it was like, she came out, and I could feel her just coming out. It was, wow. But it wasn't painful at all. There was no pain there. It was just amazing. Like, she's just, they just like swooshed out, and the midwife held her, and she started crying, and I couldn't believe it. And she was born at 10:41, and we got to the hospital around 10:30. So that labor really just happened in no time. The midwife did say that I was in actual active labor from around 8 o'clock. So because the contractions were much more regular. And yeah, so that was, the labor. And the midwife put her on me, or she actually said, try to, sit down so I can get her on you. But I held her. Actually, she asked Evan if he wanted to hold her, and he was just like, wow, he was just amazed at everything that was happening. And I was just like screaming, and I was like, oh, this is my baby, it's my baby, it's my baby. And I was just in ecstatic joy that it just can't be explained at all. And it's just this love that immediately happened that I never ever thought was possible, that this kind of love can exist. And I got seated down, and she put the baby on my breast, and she was looking at me, and she was trying to focus really hard and looking at me, and I was talking to her, and they put a little blanket on her just to get her warm, and I birthed the placenta almost immediately. Just one small little portion, it was out. Everything was fine with that, there was no problems. Yeah, and I did need to get stitching, but I really, it wasn't a big deal with the painkillers and stuff, so that didn't matter that much. I did ask for quite a lot of painkillers. And yeah, so that is my labor and delivery story. It was record fast. It was just insanely fast labor. Wow. And yeah, I'll try and keep everybody updated. And yeah, and now we have our little baby girl with us, and I'm just gonna really just enjoy this time. It's the best feeling in the whole wide world.